you hear the bridge, the communication in the intention in the framework, the community, but by studying your inner dialogue, so you set inside here. Maybe my name is Choi, right? The Hyun Choi, and then I want to talk in myself, the inner dialogue, not the bridge or other people, the communication. So sometimes you talk to you myself, right? Because of other people, they don't understand my situation, but I understand very well and my situation, right? Than the other people. So, the Hyun Choi, I okay, we can do, I can do. Now I have the screen time, but I am recovered. So I overcome, so I have a good tomorrow. So we talked by myself with the inner dialogue. So today we want to mention about this more dialogue and why give we self the dialogue? Because we want more deep presentation, the foundation, and divert from the trauma or your failure or your anxiety or depression. The core components of our mastery, the practical application, practical step to make or shift, the biblical framework or substitution, and the immediate private and the technical. The pages 60, the shifting internal conversation leading toward truth and the faith. The internal, the conversation, self and the self, not other people, the communication, the inside myself. The mastering your inner dialogue is about silencing your thought, which is really impossible for human the brain, but letters shifting from being the passive listener of your mind being or activators. So the silence, sometimes the silence without talk is the mouth, right? We want to talk, but silence, we keep the word, the heart. But that is your brain, your heart, your emotion, and the spirit talk each other. So rather than some shifting from the being, the passive listener, the active speakers or passive listener. So sometimes you have to listen to the God, right? And then also sometimes you have to activate the speaker with the God, not personality, right? So we have to modify the bridge. So the community or conversation usually bridge interaction with other people, but self dialogue, the middle, sometimes the silence or the passive listener or sometimes active speaker, the by itself, not together on your part. It's the process of recognizing that the voice in your head, the brain, the brain, and the thought, the voice. We talk, so you can listen the voice, but you are having to listen. The silence, we not talk other people, but we talk to myself. The silence too. It's the process of recognizing that this voice in your head is often the collection of habit. The collection of habits means the data. It's the evidence, the personal history. So the collection of habit and your head from your experience, and then you have the evidence to figure out what to say, what you're doing, what you listen to my voice, my silence, in the mind. It's the first of recognizing that voice in your head is often a collection of habits and just of past oriented figures. So experience, it's also or past oriented figures is an experience, and the bad experience or your good experience, the memory too. The survival experience rather than on objective source of truth. So survival intuition means very simple, the discovered word. I have an idea. Why? I test is my region in the past time. So already you have a trauma or you have a bad experience, but you already passed the screen time. So only you can do more prevention your unexpected future and then tomorrow the issue. So you already in trouble past already figure out your screen time, your situation, and also the survival intrigues. The core components of mastery, the matters audience. This is the more observer effect. The observer effect. It is the ability to step back and notice the thought is that happen. The dialogue I am having the thought that I will fail. Rather than accepting the thought and realize the dialogue I will fail. So we have a more the meta awareness. We have to figure out where my situation. So sometimes ignores my situation, and later we have more screen time again. Why? Because we don't know. It's my self situation, my screen time. It's an observer, and we see directly. We see the formally. Formally, we have to see the situation. The internal novice, the judge. The most people have our inners. The place that the function like a harsh judge. The mastery involves retraining that voice to act more like the strategist or supportive coach. The someone who highlights areas for improvement without orienting your characters. So strategist or the supportive coach and someone who highlights area for the improvement without attacking your character. So characters attract because this means the passive. You have a passive listener or active speaker, right? So without attacking your characters mean in ordinary you can do ordinary so other people have the character or personality and level of the filtering or his the history, everything ordinary, and then interaction, and then or respect. So we're not affecting other people, the situation. So we ordinary the other people, the situation, the character, the history, trauma, or bad experience, or failures, anxiety, or depression, everything. So ordinary. The cognitive reframing. The cognitive reframing is we have a self overs A and B's, other people in the interaction, and they will communicate, and they will make a framework and the unit. This is the more mechanical act of changing the narrative act of workout. Report. We have an example here. Because I mess up the presentation, I traveled with my job. So he have already messed up. It's a failures. Oh, this time my presentation mess. I failures. It's a mess. I can't do anything. It's my job. Maybe it's not my job. Apply to me, or I have to change job, or some is my majors. I like majors, but actually this don't work for me. This is not fit for me. So I want to change it to some the other job. But it's masters. I stumbled those slide which show me. You see, the report, I tried my job, I already mess and the failures, but the master, the other things, I stumbled on those slide which show me I need to prepare the technical section better than last time. So I know I have a problem. This time my score and my mechanical the score was some the achievement is very low, the score, the math, but I know what's problem to me. So I know that this is the solution. So last time I'm more prepared, more the other way, I have more research, and then I have more the changes in my situation. So master different, more positive. But default it's a negative section. And then master more the positive. So they will show me that I needed to prepare the technical section better last time. Why it matters? Your internal dialogue act is the more operating system or your emotion. Yeah, we have a emotion, the spirit, and then we see my situation and as my evidence of my history, the data, because the brain often strangles the disconnect between the vivid thought and the more the physical reality. Sometimes brain, they know that. They see, it's actually, oh, this time I can do anything within my limit, evidence or limit, finance, and then my down areas, my career. So I know that my method is my career, also my screen time. And then other brain, I know. Now is my screen time, but overcoming, and they will recover. So I can do that. Last time we learned, right? I can do that everything, but I have the limit. But the other way, I can anything without with God, right? That's so different, right? Totally different. So we have to know that we figure out it's my situation. So I can do everything without God, but I can anything without God. The different. So brain sometimes very smart, but sometimes very stupid. Because I told you already, I will show the example of the lemon, right? I have a lemon grab. So maybe in reality we divide the lemons very sour, right? Maybe savor coming in. But you close eye and then you imitate lemon, the same thing, flavor coming out. So the brain sometimes reality or the cyber, they don't know. That's why this the Bible study matters. The mastering your inner dialogue, you have to make a positive side. Anytime you can change it, my brain and my the spirit, the emotion. So they work together. Because the brain often is stranger discrimination between the vivid thought and the more physical reality. Whereas inner dialogue can trigger the constant state of low level stress, the cortisol spike. The cortisol spike, we have it hidden in here, right? And then have the cortisol is a stress hormone, and then also adrenaline hormone. This is negative hormone. Sometimes we have stress or arise, then the chemical, this hormone, they come out. But happy hormone, serotonin, dopamine, endorphin, so we deciding some matters, get more good chemical hormones come out. It's more positive, right? So our activity more body is more light and you get more my boundary areas more explored from the future. But negative hormone, here we have to limit. We stay in boundary areas, isolate. So how to practice? So we have a cortisol spike. So how can I figure out it's a management of stress hormone and then your more changed or energy hormone? So how to practice? The personalities, the voice. The personality voice. We have a silent too. They give your inner secret, the name or funny accent. It's much hard to take thoughts. They seriously when it sounds like or cut on the characters. Seconds, the friend test. So sometimes you don't know, you by yourself. So you ask your friend, or you can test your friend, the action or the character or personality. So we try intuition. Now we have a cycle dialogue, right? Inner dialogue. But now here the friend test A and B. You are by yourself and the other people, your best friend or your community or the companies. So you have to test. Ask yourself, how can I? Would I say what I just said to myself to a friend? So would I say what I just said to myself to a friend? If the answer is no, the dialogue is not our element. So we ask, would I say what I just said to myself or friend? If the answer is no, dialogue is out of our element. How about if the answer yes? How about the dialogue? It's a no, so maybe dialogue is out of our element, but yes. What's the answer? What's the difference? Would I say what I just said by myself? The fact we see, we can decide the decision, and then we are more make an approach to other people that thought. You have to try. So yes or no, the different answer. Number 3, usual path checkings. When a negative thoughts arise, when sometimes I have some screen time, some negative, right? This morning, I have felt the negative part because last week I see the car crash, very dangerous situation. I see the still I have trauma. I passed my road, still I have trauma and then nervous because I show that the injured people and then the pathway, the driver, we see again my feeling. So I'm past the road, I'm my handles are shaking and my nervous, and then I have a trauma. So, but no choice because I had to come this way, more quick coming. But other road, maybe really more take a long driver. So no choice. So here, sometimes the negative things or positive things depend on your emotion and then plus your experience. So they it matters, it's a trauma or some the injury, car accident or your failures or something, the sequence of bad life. So all together, we have a more brain. Sometimes it's a more positive or sometimes negative, and then they choose the little section, yeah, it's good or not. So you can more figure out the situation and then also your mind. So when our negative thoughts arise, maybe sometime you have a negative what about or some come out, ask for evidence. Is it reality or is my fear? Or somebody give it more data. So ask for evidence first. If your negative thought arise, you must have to ask for evidence yourself. The specific path that support this thought. Why the thought come arise? Why? What evidence? What problem? So what the specific path is to support this thought. So often you find the inner judge has a very weak case. So we have more mastering your inner dialogue. So today we have to learning the mastering your inner dialogue. So you have to touch you by yourself, the second dialogue, the other people. So inside in the mind, we have to more dialogue by myself. So often you find the inner judge has a very weak case. The master is ultimately about agency is the difference between being the passengers in a car driven by your impulse and actually having your hand on the wheel. So mostly ultimately about agency. So your passenger side or your driver, the different position, and it's the difference between being the passenger in a car driven by your impulse and actually having your hand on the wheel. The two position. Now from the Christian perspective, yeah, so how come the handle of the Christian perspective side, the mastering your inner dialogue, but we have before with the personal side, with the self-dialogue, the silence or active speaker or the passive listener, but now we start on mastering your inner dialogue and the other people in the God. So in the life, Christian life, so from Christian perspective, the mastering your inner dialogue often referred to as the more life of mind. Life of the mind. So it's up to you. It's up to elevate your mind. So your positive thought or your negative thought depend your mind over your life. And the life of the mind, the same. The issue about the self actuation and more about spiritual elements. It is the person who brings every thought captive to ensure that it's an internal narrative match to character and then promise of God. So internal narrative match the characters and the promise of God. The match. In this framework, you taught the senior primaries the benefit for your spiritual growth. So you can figure out, you can see your screen time and then evidence of your life and then the spiritual growth. So no pain is no gain. Victor, what's it mean? No pain is no gain.
Yeah, and everything that you need to have in your life, you must work on it. And it's not easy to get what you want. That's why you need to sacrifice, you need to experience pain in order for you to gain something.
Yeah, that's right. So this is a better for your spiritual growth. So no choice. If you want more the step by step and I want more future, so we have to more experience. But everybody must have to win everything? No. Everybody must have the failures? No. Up and down, up and down. Last week we learned measure of the 5 desire, and then with others, we have the stage, right? So we have step, and we have more the pain and the more gain and grow. Yeah, everybody have a kid, right? Have the maybe a child have needs, maybe 5 to 7 or 8. They have a little pain, the need, why? They have to more growing, and then the pain. No pain, maybe they stay. But pain because we have the muscle or ligament, the joint, the more they have the work active. So they little the growth, the pain, right? So we have to spend time in the God. So we are saved. The God created me. So we know that we talked myself the dialogue, but sometimes we don't know myself, right? Because we can sometimes we have a mistake, so we have a wrong choice. We have some the failure, right? But God knows us because I know God know me, body and spirit, everything made. So no mistake. But our life is a mistake all the time. But we have to practice, and we have a rebirth and the turning point, and we make more recovery. So we don't want to cut one mistake, right? Correct? So the God, we have a more life of mind with the God. We can more long way. We don't go wrong way. But sometimes it's not easy. The Christian or not Christian have a life very so different, right? So it's so many things limit. of the Christian life. The drinking or some the alcohol, the base drug or something violation. So we have to limit. Why? It's a child of God. I'm the child of God. So we have to allow the limit. But non-Christian, they have everything, right? No limit. Nobody cares. But our life, they care the God, right? They're so different. The concept of taking thought captive, the foundational scripture for this Galatians the 10:5, Galatians 10:5, we take captive every thought to make it obedient of Christ. We take captive every thought, make it obedience in the Christ. So my thoughts, my action, and my desire, and my thought, everything inside of God. We have to obey to my God, Christ. So we take captive every thought to make it obedience to God, the Christ. In Bible sense, the mastery isn't just ignoring bad thought. In the Bible sense, it's not personal side. The Bible sense, the mastery is just ignoring bad thought. It isn't active. Almost militarist interpretation, you treat or state thought like 10 pictures. When a thought interest when others it appears the pride or shame, you arrest in compares in the gospel. If it does against what God said about you or the world, you are the evidence. Where is spirit, pride, or shame, you arrest it and compares it is the gospel. It is just against what God say about you or the world, and you agree. Renewings, reboot, and the recovery, and then we have the foundation of the mind, metanoia. The Greek word for represents metanoia literally means the change of mind. The change of mind. The Romans 12:2 instruct believers to be transformed by the renewal of your mind. The change of mind. I have a question. You have some bad situation, but sometimes I can do solve this problem, but sometimes I can solve by myself. With some people help, or it's a limit, right? We have to ask my God. Maybe sometimes God give a good idea, right? So we don't need to help the other people, right? So everybody same thing. Everybody can do everything. We can do solve some happen unexpected happen the situation, but sometimes you can solve. We have to need somebody help, and sometimes we have to ask first. It's my God. Do you have experience that you can share? Every time it's not happy. Yeah, every time we have some screen time and depression time, we have some issue unexpected in my life.
There are a lot, but every time when I have some, I cannot handle this problem, anything myself, then just to put down before God and wait. And
Wait for your God answer, right?
Because it will be gone anyway. world, everything we something happen me, that will be gone. So I have to wait the time. In the past time of God, it happened on my time, but I need to wait God's time. That it problem like when I wait like something like that like this. Here is like 풍랑이 일었어요. 풍랑이 일었어요. 풍랑이
The
일
work of
때,
some seconds.
네, 그 풍랑을 이렇게 바라보니까 너무
We see
무섭잖아요.
the
그러니까
situation,
그
the despair.
beyond our Lord Jesus Christ, 그러니까 풍랑을 밟고선 our Lord, 그 주님을 바라보면
We see that
문제는 해결되지 않는데도
we don't solve this issue,
네,
but it's more
네.
stable.
네, 문제는 해결되지 않아도 그냥 그 문제에 이렇게 억눌리거나 이렇게 막 지나치게 슬퍼지거나 막 그러는 건 아닌 것 같아요.
Okay, let's just say some issue is not solvable, but we pray for the God, ask the God, but it's my heart, no pressure, no stress. It's more stable and more comfortable. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have an episode. Maybe last semester I was sharing is my episode. Afterward, I turn on my navigation, but sometimes I want to go Kyoto because of too much traffic. It's my road. So, but I have something happen, unexpected happen. Usually maybe when I no choice to turn up the navigation, maybe I save time. I know already my direction, but suddenly it's my thought, the navigation out of control. So why navigation they change the road? Maybe turn on, maybe I more spend my 30 minutes, but why? And I want to try to back the navigation again the way. So, okay, I have time, so I just follow the direction. And then I go to the Pasadena areas and mountain areas, the freeway too. So why? But I know, I remember, because the mountain, the cross, the last summertime, last winter time, they have some concentration, so they cross. But so my navigation is open. Okay, so almost maybe 6 p.m. is a dark road. I go there. Oh my gosh, it's close. Imagine. Here is my house here. And I'm stuck here. Here, there's open sign, the navigation, but they cross. Road cross. So I have to back again. But my first, the gas is not enough. Oh my God. I'm very angry. Why the navigation guided me this mountain area? Why? But I found out. Here they have the sun park here, parking lot here. Young people, 2 person, they have a screen time out of our car. The tire both side plate. So nobody here, nobody coming so 6 hours. Nobody coming 6 hours, and then the cell phone is not Wi-Fi. They stay here isolated 6 hours. And everybody here, they come back. So why I found out I'm very upset. Why the navigation come? I want to shoot the Google. Why? No gas, not enough gas. Why the guide here, and I give them a screen time. With a personal side, But I found out maybe young people here they fix car, but they can. So I want check is my gas. Maybe I can bet again. So how can I go? No gas station in the mountain, right? So maybe 45 miles, and the 45 miles, and the up, the down 45 miles, maybe 90 miles. I had to about maybe almost ankle. But God gave me some the site. The young people they want to fix car, but I'm very angry. So I want to back down here. But suddenly, the God give me talk. Dr. Choi, why you those young people you don't help? No, because I don't have a car. My gas. I'm very hurry because of that place. Nobody helping me. Come on, why you go back? You have to must have to help them. And then 10 mile down here, I back turn on. And the back here, are you okay? I say that, are you okay? Are you okay? Ask them. They say, I'm okay, they're more comfortable. So I want to give help to them. Is my cell phone, the Wi-Fi is on the car center, so somebody help coming in here. So, but the problems, I'm more comfortable with my heart because the God gives me word. God talk to me, the dialogue. God give to me, Dr. Choi, why you not help them? So, because my answer, I told to myself, because my car, the gas is not enough. Because I have to back go home, so no time and that's no gas. But again, God give me again word. Please help them. So okay, I back and I help. And then the problem only 20 miles is my gas is anchor light. Please give me my gas, the anchor, the sign. I'm very nervous because darkness 8 p.m. So I can. So I'm the other way. And the 10 mile, it is my pair, but a strange road. I'm very scared. But something happened. Gas is not needed. Keep going, 10 miles. And then finally I down it the gas station. And the gas station, whatever gas station stop, the zero gas. So oh my God, I'm very hungry. I had my appointment at my patient house, the treatment. So no energy. I'm very tired. So I arrived at my patient house. You know what? Amazing. They give me dinner already. The salmon steak, some organ. So now I understand. But now before I don't understand why navigation very smart. Sometimes they save time. They guide the low. Why mountain? So sometimes amazing, but sometimes unexpected something happen. So I figure out, I see. It's sometimes my life unexpected, or we had more screen time, we had more silence, and we talk, and we ask more God, why give this situation come to me? Is it my fault, or you have something to in my life? So I have already experienced a good experience. So all the time something happen, I ask God. You know what? 2 years ago, I car crash. I rolling the 3 times. I almost died.
Really, sir?
Yes, I want to come here the Saturday morning. The heavy raining. I almost very safe drive 40 miles. But I'm suddenly it's my car. I can control. They the one here and the over this time. I'm almost pass away. I'm here. So So I can't move anything. Oh my God, it's my maybe perhaps my body something wrong. So I went to trauma center. You know what? Why? I had bad dreams a couple days ago. So I pray for the fasting time, the 7th day. The last day, the Jesus come is my soldier. So why I'm fasting time, the 7 days, I'm praying to my God, because I have the bad dream. I kill somebody, the bad dream. So I think it's maybe my God keeps sign, you have to prepare, you have to pray for something. So I'm the 7 day, all day, not eating anything, fasting 7 days, and last day the Jesus come here. So Jesus saved me, my God. The trauma center, the doctor, get out here, my hospital, nothing happened. Your body perfect, your God give save your life. So sometimes we see, this happened, this unexpected happen coming, maybe God every sign or God give you some direction. So change of mind or turning point. Before we already talked turning point in the trauma, right? The personal side. The change of mind here from the God. The change of mind and the change of life and the turning point. The soul, the power. Soul to power, right? The soul and to power. The changing. The same person, but same emotion, everything, but the God change and your habit and the symbol and then identity. Okay, so here the change of mind. The Greek word reference word Vitrisha word literally means the change of minds, nomos, travel to, ensure the believer to be transformed by the renewing of mind. The old lectures, the default inner dialogues shaped by erotic fears, selfishness, ambition, or past trauma. The new lectures, or dialogue shaped by the Holy Spirit, the mastery hears the daily habit of reflecting, overflow, thought is more scriptural through, is moving from the monologue, taking yourself, to dialogue, taking either God. The new natures, the old natures, the default, inner dialogue shaped by already fears, the selfish habitation or past trauma, but new natures, the newborn, a dialogue shaped by Holy Spirit, the master here is a daily habit or replacing the thought in the scriptures and the truth, moving from the monologue, the talking to yourself, a dialogue you are taking in the God. So we born in the God and the new birth, representation. Three, the filters, the test of believers, the 4:8. The Bible provides a specific quality control. The quality control. What's in the quality control? Richard?
Sure.
What's it mean? The quality of control.
The quality of
Control.
control.
Yes.
Quality. Bible provides a specific quality.
Yeah. Out of control. Out of control or quality of control. What's different? Yeah. Out of control, you can handle anything, right? The quality of control.
Oh,
Yeah,
quality of
anything.
control. I think maybe it's how you deal something with in the proper way. Like if you put in the scriptures, it's like the 9 fruits of the spirit: love, joy, peace, long suffering, temperance. So if you have that one, if you have the 9 fruits of the spirit, even if how pressure you are, you can control everything because you have that power to control yourself. Out of control is like you don't have that fruits of the spirit. You don't know the scriptures. You don't know the will of the Father. That's why when you get angry, you will burst out.
Yeah. Oh my God. Very smart. Handsome. Smart. You're a child of God. How about you? You agree?
That's
Sorry?
How about your opinion?
Same as him.
How about you? The same? Different?
Out of control means like you do not think right.
Okay.
So that's why you're out of control. So if you're on the right thinking, so you can control everything.
Okay. So, out of control means that it's not acceptable some situation, so we can handle. But collective control, maybe we had to life, right? The optimal healthy life, right? The holistic all together. So the collective control, the checklist for inner dialogue. So inner dialogue requires the collective control. Equal thoughts doesn't pass those benchmark. It is conscious or the dwellings on. We have the four kind of question. Is it true that God is match God's word? The second, is it noble or pure? Is it morally sound? Third, is it lovely, admirable? The study is built up or tear down. The fourth, is excellent for the praiseworthy. So we had to catch them four. So we wanted inner dialogues. We had to control required four questions. Number four, identities. The internal narrative. Much of our biblical mastery focus on identity. The word dialogues, I am what I do. I am what I have, or I am what people say about me. How about I am what people say about me? Other people say about you. What say?
Sometimes you listen to them because
Okay.
sometimes you just see yourself and then the other see you and then you are doing not the right thing. But sometimes because of your pride, you just go on, and then when somebody tells you, so sometimes you have to listen to them.
Okay. How about you? The people about you.
Sorry, sir. The people.
Yeah, people say about you.
When people say about something about me,
Yeah.
so
mostly
it depends. If this is constructive.
You listen to other
criticism,
people word. Yeah.
You have to listen also, because not at all times you are right. You cannot see what are you doing that is right. So you have to listen also about others' opinion. You have
Okay.
to be open person.
Okay. How about you?
most of the time, if people say about you, most of the time they judge you according to what they know. But just don't be disturbed because you know yourself. So some people don't know you exactly who you are, because sometimes your characteristics or your outward what they see outside doesn't really define who you are. So just ignore if there's a negative things they say about you, but just continue and then show to them that you are not really that way what they saw in you, but you have also a good side and bad side.
Yeah. So most people is not unhappy. The visual from other people, right? Yeah. I just say maybe other people give to you good imaging. You are happy, but sometimes they give to you advice or you have to change something. It's not upset. Maybe sometimes unhappy, right? So you have to try to interaction and we need a communication. So I am what people say about me. is important because we know vision is my situation, my attitude, my symbol, or my identity. But you have to figure out by myself what kind of person I am, what I have. I am what is my for my features and my what kind of my the personality. So we have to know this. We have to study my myself. So we have to the dialogue is my myself. The inner dialogue. The Christian dialogues. I am a child of God. I am forgiven, and I am a new creation. So we have to more talk myself. So I am a child of God. I am a forgiven, and I am a new creation. The master means when the occurs, the Bible claims for source of shame, the speakers, you counter your the spirit straight, that you stop identifying your failures and start identifying your dedication. So you stop identifying your failures and start identifying your dedication. So we have to more the value. We have to think I have value, and then I'm child of God. So I don't have the shame because already I forgiven with God from God. So I'm a new person. So the change of mind is very important here. The practical application, the word and the mirrors, instead of looking at your feeling to see who you are, and then you look at the scriptures. If your feelings say, I'm worthless, I'm failures, I'm losers, but the mirror say, I am chosen, you chose the mirror's version. I'm worthless, but the mirror say, I'm the chosen, you chose the mirror the version. So the word is mirrors. But declarative prayers, this is the practice of speaking to our Lord to instruct the studying mind. It's break the internal loop by engaging the physical, the voice. But this practice of speaking to our Lord to instruct the spirit in me, it breaks the internal loop by engaging the physical body. The meditation, haga, or like some the tradition that aim to empty the mind, the Christian meditation involves filling the mind, illuminating to the specific verse until it's become the domestic voice in your heart. So the meditation the Christian meditation involves filling the mind, and your heart, you have to more political. We have to already I am child of God, and I forgiven from the God as a newborn. So you have to fill up. So it's become the dominant voice in your heart. In short, the mastering your inner dialogue from the Christian purity is shifting from self-centered mindset, what I think of me, or Christ-centered mindset, what he thinks of me. The insult mastering your dialogue from the Christian purity is a shifting from self-centered mindset, what I think of me, Christ, and the Christ-centered mindset, what he thinks of me. Okay, the different changing. To shift internal conversation to elegance, the truth and the faith, the meaning from the moving from a relative mind or responsible soul, is this intentional of act of replace the path over your current circumstance, either to or your spiritual the foundation. So we have a three part. The discussing the path from the two. When say inner path-based contest, to do a distinction between the what is factual and the what is the truth. The 2 points. what is the factual and what is true. It's in a fact-based context, there's a distinction. The fact side, I am currently the screen and the field over here. The fact, now, yeah, I reply, I understand. It's I see, I already reach out. I'm currently screen time and then over here in the burnout. I know that I'm realizing my reality. But true, I am ridiculous and sustained by power greater than my own. The sympathy your dialogue means acknowledging the path without letting it become in the final word, that allows the truth how to move with the power over the path. The path is my reality. The truth I'm escaped and sustained by power greater than my own. I have something, but the over they have more big. So sympathy in your dialogue means acknowledging the path without letting it become the final word. You allow the truth to have the greater power over the path. Second, the moving from monologue to dialogue. Monologue and then dialogue, moving. The most internal screener, the monologue. You think to yourself about your problem. You taking to yourself about your problem. So I mean, you have to study your hurt, your failures. You have to study your screen time, the observer side. And also, we have a passive listener or active speaker too. So we have to speaker you by yourself. You have to listen your by yourself. So you taking to yourself about your problem, monologue. The element two is a pet tone that is a dialogue. You have to transformation of monologue and then you have the dialogue. Instead of saying, I don't know how I am going to get taught this, you say, I don't know how I'm going to get taught this, you say, but I don't know how I am going to get taught this, but I know you are with me. The different, right? The monologue, I don't know how I'm going to get taught this, but I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but I know you are with me. God love me, God is with me, anywhere, anytime. It's a dialogue. This shift invites the divine perspective into the room, the breaking the isolation that usually the first anxiety. Okay? So divine perspective into rooms, the breaking the isolation that usually the first anxiety. The moving from monologue to a dialogue, what is different? Between eliminating the cycling or problem and then relating. Eliminating and then relating, the between difference. In the monologue, you are trapped the cross loop where you're on limit perspective. You are on the limit perspective, the fear and the past experience, the trauma, the only source of information. So we have data, we have bad experience, and then past experience, the fear, and then shocking and or trauma, that you're on the limit perspective. When you shift to a dialogue, specifically the fact-based dialogue, you interest or seconds higher perspective that distorts that loop. The different, right? The monologue and the dialogue. When you shift the dialogue, the specifically the fact-based dialogue, you interest or seconds the higher perspective that distorts the loop. The anatomy or monologue. Anatomy of our monologue, the echo, the chamber. In a monologue, you are only the speaking. You talk at yourself. This usually sounds like the predicting. This is going to end badly. The predicting, but the rehearsing. When they say yes, I'm going to say yes. the labeling, I'm so stupid for doing that, the labeling. So another with the monologue, that this is going to end badly. The finally and the lose money, the payers and losers. And when they say yes, I'm going to say yes. Labeling, I'm so stupid for doing that. So you are already labeling you myself. I can do anything. The failures, the labeling, I'm stupid, right? But the problem is a monopolist that is evidence based. The problem is a monopolist that is evidence based and the post experience. It's only look at your current feelings, your current feeling, and the past failures to put it the futures, the pair. So I can't do anything. Why I have a bad experience, so I can't do. Expect the other my future. The unexpected issue coming, I'm saying the feeling in my failures and usually no value. So it has no room for grace because too much the failures and the screen time, anxiety or trauma and depression, failure to shame. So grace coming is my truth because too much failure is my bad experience, the bad feeling. So grace coming is my no space. Or unfortunate help, because the things haven't happened in your head yet. There's too much here. We think about head first or heart first. Maybe we like some people. First of all, we think of the heart, or we try to more think about the heart. It's first the heart, right? So too much heart inside here, the failures or trauma, the shame, and the anxiety or depression, everything here. So no joy, no grace, no happy, no space. How about you?
What do you mean say no space?
Yeah, no space to fill up negative inside here.
Mm-hmm.
So joy, the baby positive joy, love,
Mhm.
happy, they want to come inside here
Mm-hmm.
to fill out is a negative perspective with the failures. They're not coming. It's unhappy. I'm loser, I'm failure, I'm isolated, so I can't do anything. Right? So somebody give to you joy, love, and something is the blessing too much. You know. Maybe for example, we have one glass, right? The fill of water. You want to try the product, right? No, come inside it too. There's too much negative here.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you have experience? I'm screen time. I'm bad at screen time. I don't want anything because I'm losing money. I'm no better payers. So
With
the hopelessness sometimes.
maybe with the positive things that wanted to come into your life or to your inner life, there's no problem. You can accept anything. You can fill it up because that will help you. But when it comes to negative things, that's the time that you will block. You don't want to enter because I'm full of problems already. So don't come in anymore.
Yes.
But with the positive things, good vibes, and everything that will benefit you, then accept it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw that YouTuber, the short the film. One the luxury car owners that driving the street, the one homeless town, and they want to please give me the $1, $2. So he give the $100 the bill, and oh thank you God, but they have a trust only half the homeless and on the money half the luxury driver. So follow me. So the homeless, why you play me? Why you give me $100 bill, original the bill, but you have give me coming, and then the homeless follow the car, and then around the some restaurant the department, the delivery part. So okay, I'm an owner. You talk carry out something, I agree this one. The final we have the one bill. So he tried bill, and then the homeless talked to the manager, please give me half my money. Because somebody, your owner, talked to me, carry out your some the box inside here, maybe they give the money, but no, don't play. I'm owner here, but I'm hiring the deliver part. If you wanna employee, you wanna looking for job, I give this one. So he's homeless. Oh my God, he's playing me something, blah blah blah, and upset. But the manager give to more the hiring, the poster, brochure. If you are looking for job, I give the job. So the homeless, they pick up the paper and back his position down there, and he want to try the looking for job. And then the Phillips, after 3 years after, he's manager over waiters, the hall, and the customer coming the restaurant and then eating everything, the good steak something, but waitress complain the manager, some customer eat the steak, they don't want to pay. So I do okay. His homeless before 2 years before homeless came the bill. Sir, you already eat the menu, so please you have to pay. And then they get the bill inside half the bill. So homeless, he know that half money. So that's why, because I want the motivation, I wanted some the chance. But sometimes maybe you not get, maybe you not build anything, right? So you can do everything, but sometimes we have a playlist, but you don't want to change your mind, or you want more the jump up or the other place. You can't by yourself. We need somebody help. So God together, we can do everything. So before the monologue, this is going to end my badly. I'm bankrupt. I'm the lose money, divorce, and then my family down, the separate, and then I lose job. I can rent, no house, no car, and they say yes. I'm going to say yes, but sometimes living no choice, because active person, I can choice, but I'm no powers. I had to choose by other people, no choice, no option. So I'm so stupid for doing that. It's about monologue, but dialogue different. We have evidence or bias and the possible evidence from my personality, the changing of mine, and we belong together. God, you can change my life. So here the problem is a monologue study, is evidence based. It's only look at your current feeling and the past failures to predict the futures. But it has no room for the grace or on seeing help, on persons that help, because the other things haven't happened in your head yet. Because this means, please don't shame your past time. Please do not fear unexpected futures. Because these things is not happen in your head yet. So don't worry, just follow me. You trust me, I with you. So please don't scare. Please don't fear. Don't shame. Don't feeling the failure. Either you, because you can see just you going. So things, because those things haven't happened in your head yet. So we don't need the pairing and the sharing or shame. The anatomy of our dialogue, the open window, the dialogue. Now so develop with the change dialogue open window. The open window with darkness we open. So we connection. The site isolate some of the pages we see bridge or communication or interaction and the framework, the community join, the open window. A dialogue occurs when you start talking yourself, you start talking either God. Dialogue occurs when you start talking to yourself and then start talking either God, or you are called to exchange your grammars on your internal life from I statement to we or you the statement. So we or you statement with change of grammar in internal life. The monologue, the cross dialogues open. I don't have enough strength for this. I can solve this time. I can solve the solution. But dialogue, I feel weak, but you are my strong. Open mind is a more positive side. This situation is a total mess. I already mess. But dialogue, this feel mess, but what are you teaching me here? Okay, I admit this is my fault, my mistake. So what kind of the teaching piece experience to me, education or something? This feel mess. What are you teaching me here? So I want more good result in the future. I don't want to again it's a mistake. Okay. But I will notice this myself, but I am doing my part. I do my best, and I trust you. It will last. So we do God. So I am doing my part, and I trust you. It will last. So some talk to me. This situation does not solve anything, but no more depressed. No more stress. Why? With time to listen to God. Because God gives something to happen that gives the more good answer. So we have to waiting the voice. The inner dialogues, you are integrating the situation rather than just describing it. The US question, is this thought actually true, or where is the hope in this moment? So we have to ask question two part. Is this thought actually true, or where is the hope in this moment? Impossible this situation I can do. But where from is possible more to sign the more motive some the motivation, and then we have a solution too, right? The practical step to make the shift. A, they use the vertical bridge. When you catch yourself in a monologue, your bridge, the first turn is vertical. The monologue, I am so worried about my finance. The bridge, and I am bringing that worry to your right now. But this simple addition acknowledges the feeling, but refuses to live is the self, the bucket. B, externalizes the second voice. Externalizes the second voice. It is often helpful to read the first word two, the statement out loud. This supports that brain to more personal external layers, sound and sight to see breaking the internal loop. You are just thinking thought, you are receiving information from outside your own mind. So sound in the sight, and then outside your own mind. So you don't just thinking about you are receiving information, but outside your own mind and the personal experience. Active listening, the quiet space, or dialogue requires first. After expressing your fear in the path to God, you must leave your space for truth in this form. This might be said other's voice about the settings or the spread or sudden remembrance or the promise or past victory. The active listening, the quiet space. So we talk about the space, right? You pay the space, the best space, so without coming the joy and then the hope or love, nothing, right? But here, so a dialogue kind of first. First means we have a play, what's on the stop, just temporarily we stop the first after you express your fears on the paragraph. That you must leave space for the to and the respond. That this might be audible voice, but the settlings for your spread or sudden remembrance of a promise or test victory. 3. The law of a substation. The human mind cannot effectively stop at all. Yeah, human mind all the time is not stable, but all the time the changeable, and also the stop the thoughts. It can only replace. The shifting your conversation involve thread in the system. The shifting your conversation involve thread in system. The thread pair of trust. The shifting from what if the worst happen to even if it's hard, I'll be okay. So you can stop the thoughts, but you can only replace. So the trade pair for trust. The shifting from the what if the worst happen to even if it is hard, I have a screen time, but I can be okay in the future. The trade gift for grace. The shifting from I am the failures, I am the person who failed, but I am still loved and forgiven. So I have a value. I have a loser. I am a failure. Now I'm screen time, but I am still loved and forgiven is from my God. So I am very person, and then I am child of God. Realities, personality, I am failure. But child of God, you can define or you can talk to yourself. The poetical speaker, you say more good future with God. The trade security for evidence. The shifting from there is not enough to everything I need will be provided in the right time. Yeah, sometimes I need money, something do, but it's my bank account report sometimes acceptable the money. But the Sundays, unexpected money come from me, from the somebody help or somebody the income, extra income. So unexpected my no monies into my future, but sometimes they help. The trade security for evidence, the shipping from there is not to everything, but I need will be provided at the night time. The Jesus God gives me a lifetime where, which, what, who. So we don't know, but God have plan for give the gift to the right timing, and what kind of timing is not my side, my time. No, it's God's time. So everything I need will be provided at the night time. So we can ask the God, please give me something, the opportunity, something, give me something in your life, my life. But we had the most survive, we had the best try, prepare, and study, or read, open mind, everything. I do my best in my life, first thing. And second, we have to ask God. He gives to a good gift to your purpose, some plan. That His time is not our time. Okay, so I need to be provided at the right time. So sometimes we have make a plan. So I want to try to my plan 1 year, 2 years, but it's not true. It's not achievement. So sometimes you have a screen time, but little slow, delayed plan. But you have to understand the guide plan. That's why, because we have a child of God, we have to ask more, my God, and then we have to wait for lifetime from the God's plan. The law of substitution is a psychological and the spiritual principle. It states that the mind cannot be empty. You cannot simply stop thinking about something. You can only replace on thoughts on others. So empty and stop. But you can only replace on thought with others. The negative and the positive. The false and the true. The bad is good. Okay, replace the changeable mind. Okay, so things of mind, the glass of muddy waters. You will discover some more example. Things of your mind, like a glass of muddy waters. You can just remove the mud and then remove the vacuum. But if you place the glass on the past or clear running waters, the mud is eventually displaced in the substrate until only clear water remain. So with Bible contains the Bible word. If you want wine, you have red wine, it's old wine, but the new wine it's come mixed. It tastes different. The change. You can drink wine, right? The smell, mass, and then taste mass. So how can I do? We have the old wine with the tray, and then we have to put up the washing and the new glass, and then you put it the new wine. We have to smelling and then more tasting the good taste of the wine, right? So before you have failures, and then you have trauma and a bad experience, and then you are the pair, the shame, and then because we have too much love in the heart can come inside the joy, and then the new hope or some the happiness or some the gift. So you have to empty over your heart. I know it's not easy, the reality, but you have to replace of mind. We have to more empty or we make a space, empty space. So we have a hope coming, the joy coming, and the passion coming, the motivation coming. So the clear, we have to clear first, and the new one coming inside here. So this is the example, very the powerful word. Things of your mind like a glass of muddy waters. You can just remove the mud and then leave a vacuum. But if you place the glass under the plate of clear running water, the mud is eventually displayed in the substrate until only clear water remains. So we have to washing your heart, and then you have all this garbage, and then we are empty. We have to wait for the new one. Give too much brain, too much knowledge coming. You cannot improve anything. They're selfish or some people, they're smart people, they have a lot of the knowledge and the wisdom, but they don't listen. Why? I know everything, I don't need to learning everything. So we have to empty. We have to we make a space. We have to new one, no technology or a new version, we have to something. Well, some people, certain people, they don't listen to anybody. There's some mistake, nippy, the failures. The displacement, the principle, we have here the brain. The brain is a 24/7 engine of activity. For example, it's my car. This morning I fill in the $100 the gas. But sometimes,
Expensive gas today, sir.
yeah, my car is very expensive
Very
for
expensive.
91. So I want to try a $100 bill, but maybe $97. So $3 more balance. But I don't want to go there store again. I want to try keep going. the handles are noisy. But the 97, then 98, $1, this, I have to back money, right? So I have to go again store. But they say the car information do not fill over because you need a space, the gap. So maybe $100, but you have to maybe $80, maybe space is much better. Too heavy, the car is no good, right? So, but I don't want to go again to the store. I don't have time, and then it's not easy, right? So I'm gonna try $100, but it's a limit. My gasoline, the tanks maybe 90, but I'm gonna try to keep going the $100. Why? I don't want to go to the store again. I don't want to 9. So, but I'm not rich man. So $1, it's okay, piece of cake. I don't go. No, right? Most people have experience, right? Now maybe $10. Maybe I'm gonna keep going, try. Because if I want to enter a store gas station, we have to waiting for the line. So no time, maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So with some time, we have some same situation. So brain is a 24/7 engine of activity. We need more some space. If you try to force yourself not to think about the pink electron, your brain must constantly check to see if you are thinking about it. Electron, pink, everyone colors pink, thereby keeping the pink electron in the center of your focus. So imaging means electron imaging. Okay, I can do everything. Now I'm the failures. I'm losing money. My situation is bad, but I can do. I'm much better than today, than yesterday. Much better than today, yesterday. So the imaging here, the brain, you see the focus is different. It's an open mind, open window. Before discover, I can do everything, but we know that the limit. But I can do anything without God. But I know that I can do everything inside of God, right? So pink elephant is imaging the positive. So you must have a constantly check to see if you are thinking about it, thereby keeping the pink elephant the center of your focus, your mind, changing mind, and then you're changing your activity, right? The law of substitution say, don't fight the negative thoughts, look at from it. This means same thing. Somebody, maybe you think about the childhood. Your mom, do not touch this one, very dangerous, okay? Do not touch. Maybe we think about that. My mom said, do not touch. To be more focused. For example, you can see the health of TV. Okay, this the orange is good, but please do not eat orange because we have cancer. The cancer. So I don't want everybody don't want the cancer patient, right? So do not eat the orange because I have cancer. So do not eat orange. Maybe eat your orange. Maybe you make a cancer. So everybody want negative. Maybe don't think about this one. So this means it's your try to force yourself not to think about the pink elephant, or the law of substitution say don't fight the negative thought, look at from it. So negative things, maybe think about more your I have a strong point and I have a weak point, right? So if you want to change your identity, the symbol, the blueprint, I want to try to more to change my strong point, more developing better. My weak point, this one. How can I do? Maybe I want to clear the weak point. I want to cover the weak point. But maybe your strong point more the no balance here. So if you want to change your mind, you have to focus on your point, your mind. just negative word, you point, just let it out. And then you just more try to more change more, developing more study, strong point, much better. Okay? So don't fight the negative thought, look away from it. The stringers, I must stop being anxious, the stop being anxious, this is still focusing on anxiety. Okay, the screen, I must stop being, I don't want. It's my stopping anxious. So we just focus. So this is still focusing on anxiety. The substitution, I am focusing on the path that I am safe and provided for right now. The this shift the focus entirely. So I am focusing on the path. Okay, I have already, it's my mistake. I might no score. I can any change it. Okay? Just lay down. I want to try to more safe. I want to try the other way. So maybe you stay here. The post experience will never change. So I am focusing on the path I'm checked and I'm provided for right now. So I want to change it the other way. So I already post experience from the sufferance, my pain. This is the evidence, my data, but I have a new one. Because I have already new creation from the God, I can change it. It's my law. And then I can change my plan. I will never repeat my mistake. Because I already realized my situation. Okay? The Bible framework, the substitution, the personal side, but now the Bible framework, the substitution. In a Christian context, this is the put up, the put on. We are first the stop and the put up, the put on. The principle discovered by the Apostle the Paul, episode the 4:20-24. Put up, your identity, the older lectures, thought, anger, lying, fear, the shame, isolability, some negative section, older lectures. But put on, you immediately cross your mind the new lectures, the kindness, the truth, the peace, the joy, love, and the hope. So put up first behind the front, but put on, we have the change. We can keep going the front. So immediately cross your mind the new lectures, so only newborn. So you have to start today. Not from the continuous from yesterday. Just start newborn, new crate. So only here my heart, the joy, kindness, the peace, the love, joy, everything. So never coming is a negative part. The part or failures, illusion, or failures, or hopelessness not coming. Because already newborn, you have filled up everything here. The positive section, right? So you don't just stop being angry. You substrate anger in the focus of compassion or forgiveness. If you only put off bad habit without putting on the new one, the old habit will eventually rust back into empty space. So already we mentioned the empty space and also put in a new one, the old nature, the new natures, and then old habit, and the turning point is a new habit, new identity, it's a new born, right? So we make the space. How to apply the law of substitution? The intuition thought or substitution the state. The security is there is enough time, money, energy. So it's my options limit. But sufficiency, my God shall supply all my need. So when night time, but the God time, it's not me. It's a where's, which, how, who. My God shall supply all my need. It's my lifetime from God's plan. The shame. I've messed up too many times to be loved. But grace, there is now no condemnation for God in the Christ. The church, everything is just being out of control, but collective control, right? The sovereignty is a collective control. the his people or things and him or things hold together, the harmony. Rejection, nobody understands or the cares. So presence, I never leave you, not forsake you. The immediate keyword, the techniques, the key to know substance to speak, the longer you are entering the negative dialogue, the deeper is the root grow. Catch it, realize you are spilling. 2. Acknowledge the variety, this is the thought appears, the spelling, the peer. The pivot, immediately turn your mental grace or specific contribute to. So example, if you appear wherever or irrelevancy, immediately begin the reacting words or first true statement about your identities. Don't argue either inerrancy, just start pouring clear water into glass. Don't argue. Don't deny the muddy waters. You have to clear water, flushing, and then you're cleansing, and just start pouring the water in the glass. So that is why the old glass with the trash and the cleansing, and the new wine, because we test the flooding the taste and the smell too. So everything, the new one, yesterday gone, the come tomorrow. Yeah, so we clear water, the future, the open mind. Entering is the third voice. Entering and the third voice. In any situation, there are usually three voices in your head. Any situation, you have three kind of voice inside here. The acoustics you own in circuitries in the past experience, the trauma, the past the experience, the world, expectation, the social media, and then pressure to perform. The voice of faith, the quiet, the state core that's aligned to your deepest value and the spiritual task. The link, the truth means identifying the third voice and making the chairman over board for your internal decision. Chairman over the board for your internal decision. The practical shift routines. If you find yourself in the spirit, that you can use this three-step elemental check. The first and the labels. I am currently telling myself a story of defeat. The interrogation. In this story, consistence with what I believe to be entirely true. The question, a more painful perspective on this situation is filled in the blank, either promise or core belief. The question, a more painful perspective on this situation is filled in the blank, either promise or core belief. Ultimately, shifting your dialogue is about ignoring reality. Ignoring reality is about broadening your view. Our reality includes spiritual dimension you are believing. So ultimately, shifting your dialogue is about ignoring reality. It's about broadening to your view. Reality includes the spiritual dimension you are believing. Yeah, you can ignore my reality. So if I have some issue, at least we have to try it by myself, and then we ask the God, right? Correct, right? I have my personal issue. Well, I can do anything, prepare anything to change or nothing. Please God, help me. It's a word? I don't think so, right? We have some issue, we have to try by ourselves. I study, or I to know ignorance my situation, I to figure out what's problem to do, and then ask God, please God, help me. I have mistake already, but I love, and then I forgiven your God. Please ask me, please help me. I know I limit my money, my activity or the facial or the passive listening or active speaker, whatever, I can do anything without you. I obey you, so please help me. It's not my time, your time. It's a lifetime because I'm child of your God. Yeah. Please gouge everything, all the mud waters, the pillars, and the chain, and selfishing, usual, the hotness, everything empty. We end up coming without new evolution and kindness, love, joy, the motivation, our mission, everything here. Where the change of mind, and then we have turning point, and then we can see open mind. We can